Yo, what's happening? Let me know where you are watching from. I'm excited to be on here. As we get set up, yeah, let me know where you're watching from. We're going to be making some music as always, hanging out, talking to you guys, fellowshipping. Murdoch, what up, brother? I'm good. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Let me know if you guys celebrate Thanksgiving where you're at. I know here in the States, we celebrate Thanksgiving, of course, but I don't want to assume everywhere around the nation and the world you guys celebrate Thanksgiving. So, yeah, let me know if you celebrate Thanksgiving. DJ the Disciple, what's going on, brother? Good to see you here, man. We're about to pull up Logic. I want to kind of cook up something a little bit different today. I want to use my new VST Sonicwave that's going to be dropping on Friday. I've been kind of sharing it throughout this year here and there. I haven't really used it a lot on stream, but I have used it here and there. And yeah, I just want to kind of cook up some music, maybe make something for YouTube. Like I need some new music for YouTube, you know? Let me get my screen set up. But yeah, we're going to be cooking up in Logic Pro. I'm also going to be sharing with you Sonicwave, and we're just going to hang out for a little bit. Germany in the building. Ohio. Happy Thanksgiving, man. Please, ask questions. We here. We hanging out. Ask questions. But yeah, we're going to be working in Logic. Make sure y'all can see my screen. Yeah, Logic is typically my main DAW that I like to use. Put that over there. Chris, Palm Beach, Florida in the house. All right, bet. London here. Love it, love it. All right, I'm going to be checking out Splice. Again, I'm going to be using Sonicwave. We're going to be pulling up Splice. I'm going to try to find a little beat that we can kind of cook something up to. I don't use Splice a lot, but it's a really, really helpful resource when just trying to make some fun music, you know? Go loops. I already used that before. All right, bet. Keep that in mind. We may get to that, Prince. Typically how I'm using presence, I typically use presence inside of my Ableton session. So within session view, right? I have all of my loops in there. I have all of my loops on one channel. Then I have presence set up on another channel. And of course I'm starting that loop, and I'll probably have presence already open within Ableton, so I'll just trigger it and then I'll close the window or make the window smaller. But I like to use everything within the Ableton session just to keep it easier. I use the standalone if I don't have time to actually pull up presence within the DAW. I may pull up the standalone version real quickly and use it that way. But I can do more videos to kind of go over that. I plan on doing that in general. 13 or 15 inch MacBook, I would say get whatever has the most RAM. So RAM is going to be your biggest thing that you need to pay attention to. RAM is essentially how much power and how much power that computer can push out. So as an example, if you only have 16 gigabytes of RAM, when you're running a software like Keyscape that is RAM heavy, it's going to really struggle to give you the power it needs to not choke up and not to glitch and stuff like that. So I would say I would recommend at least a minimum of 32 gigabytes of RAM, and anything higher is just a bonus. I think they even make like 24 gigabytes of RAM. Anything is better than 16. Haiti in the house, what's going on? Is that Joshery or is that just Josh? Josh Cam 88, what's going on? All right, cool. Let's find some let's cook up something. We feeling good. We feeling good. I got about a little over an hour or so we'll be here for a little bit, just making some music and checking out Splice. All right, so they kind of switched up. All right, okay. Kind of switched it up a little bit. Go to full on loops. The genre we're kind of looking for is so that. And what I'm looking for is the first thing that just kind of catches my ear. The first thing I hear that I'm like, ooh, I can make something with that. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, if that's all you can get, 24 gigabytes of RAM, definitely get it. And I would say at least 1 terabyte. So 24 gigabytes of RAM, at least 1 terabyte, so you'll have enough for your files and stuff like that. The grooves. That feels good right there. Hey. I kind of like that right there. That's cool. Hey. All right, cool. Let's get it. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. Let's get it. Let's go with it. We're just going off of straight vibes. You feel me? All right, cool. All right, let's add that. All right, then what we can do is we can drag this inside of our DAW. Does any of you out there use Splice? Do you guys even know about Splice? Let's import the tempo. All right, cool. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull up. Yeah, it definitely does sound like a little Pharrell joint. Maybe that's the direction we'll go in. Let's pull up Sonicwave. This is kind of some of you your first time seeing Sonicwave. This releases on Friday. May do a little early release. We'll see. We'll see about that. If you're on my email list, you already know. This is Sonicwave. I created and built this. In contact, had some people help me build this, and it drops on Friday. Super excited about it. Let's see what we can find. All right, let's go. Let's take that reverb out. All right, so we got effects in here. I want to turn the reverb down. Hey. All right, let's cook up. 3, 4. Hey, we're about to get a little jiggy. If you would be buying something like presents or so, you in the U.S., I'll use dollars. That's an interesting question. I would say go to checkout and see how it converts. That's an interesting question, though. I do know there's people all around the world that has gotten presents. I would just say see how it converts, and if you have any issues, definitely send me a support ticket email, and we'll try to figure that out. All right, so the challenge is to only use Sonicwave. All right, what I want to do is I want to stack this by this bass. Let's stack it. Anymore, waiting for them to join forces like the other dolls have married. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. Tell me if y'all want to see my overhead camera as well. I got an overhead camera. If y'all want to see the keys, just let me know. I'll turn it on. Shoot. You said I do that also when I buy a new plugin. What you mean? What do you mean by that? Let me know. Hey. Come out. So easy. Let's go. Add that in there. Matter of fact, let's turn the delay up too. Turn that delay up. Turn that delay up. Nigeria. All right, cool. We cooking on the fly. We cooking on the fly. Oh, I got you. I got you. I got you. I see what you're saying. All right, we'll add some pianos in. I really like the new. I don't have it set up right now, but I really like it. I like that it feels more like the Montage, even though like the Montage isn't like the board I deem as superior. I like the Montage, by the way. I just like that they upgraded the whole user interface. I kind of like the new keypad on it, and how in depth you can kind of get with the keyboard. I really appreciate that. You know, I like it. I like it. I'll be making more reviews about it as well. Jude, what up, brother? I'm good. Hope you're doing good. Just trying to find a vein. Let's add that in there. 2, 3, Yeah, that perfect piece pad definitely go crazy. That perfect piece joint definitely go crazy. If you haven't already, make sure you like the video. Like the video for your boy. Help me out. Like the video. All right, I'm about to turn on the top camera so y'all can get the full on experience. Give me 1 second. Let's turn on the top camera. I'm using a Control S61 right now. All the sounds I'm using right now is Sonicwave. But yeah, I'm using a Control S61, so I can control my user interface right now using hold on. Yeah, using my keyboard, I can control what's happening on the screen. So that's kind of cool. Oh yeah, I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be adding in the top camera. All right, cool. This is top camera. A little crooked right now. All right, let's fix it. All right, this is my top overhead camera. So yeah, I can control what's happening on the screen within Contact using this keyboard. So I'll make it a little bit smaller. All right, cool. So we also included the EP2 within Sonicwave. So yeah, so check it. So within, as I was mentioning, I can use this keyboard to control the user interface, right? So I'm harmonizing right now with the EP2. So the main thing I'm doing with the main keys, so with South Florida keys, I'm doing this. Check this out. So we're doing that. We're doing that. So what I'm doing with with South Florida keys, we're doing this. So with the EP2, I'm going to do this. That's what I'm going to do. And it's going to create this nice little tension, I'll say. Like, yeah. Nice little tension. Let's just stack this one right here. Okay, pan them left. Okay, okay, okay. I like that. It didn't get a little sticky right there. Yeah, so Sonicwave, I see your question now on B-Shan Vibe. Yep, Sonicwave is releasing on Friday. This plugin, we're using all of the sounds from Sonicwave. This was actually the first plugin that I started working on before Presence, before Polyverb X, before all of that stuff. This was what I was working on. We finished it maybe sometime last year. Started working on it 2 years ago, but I kind of put it on the shelf because I was like, I don't think it's time to release it yet. I'm like, it's cool, you know, I just don't think it's time to release it yet. And I had always planned to release it on Black Friday. And I said, if I do release it, I'm only going to release it for a limited time. So it's only going to be available for 3 to 5 days or until the serial numbers run out. So I only have a limited number of serial numbers. So either the serial numbers are going to disappear first, or 5 days is going to come and we're going to end the chance for you to be able to get it. So if it's something you're interested in, definitely tap in. But as you can see, it's kind of killer. We're having fun creating. You said, where's the mod M6? It's actually right here. We got it over to the side because I've been using this Control S61 for Sonicwave. Making content and stuff with it. So yeah. Like, hey. Hey. Kind of want these keys just a little bit brighter. So we're just gonna keep on stacking this up. Type in Sonicwave and we're just gonna see how much we can add. Using only Sonicwave, yeah. Kind of crazy, right? Woo! Getting a little sticky. Nah, I appreciate that. You always show love. Definitely appreciate that. The portamento feature is definitely a super cool feature that was important to add. DJ the Disciple. I think it depends on what you currently have. If you already have something that works, I would love to hear what you have. If you are looking to like maybe purchase something and upgrade, I can kind of let you know based on your budget as well. Yeah, just let me know. Let's add it. So yeah, the Ableton class has been on sale all month. So it's typically $75, but we have it for $45 if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, the Ableton class is on sale, which is 2 hours of straight up Ableton for church. And yeah, I think that's a good deal. All right, I think this track feels good. Just the melody and the vibe of it sounds good right now. There's one more thing. I think we can add that at the top of it. Like a drum fill to get into it. That feels good, I think. J Tech, what up, bro? How you feeling? Good to see you, man. So we got all right, so let's space this out. Let's turn it into an actual like track. Let's do that. Turn it into an actual track. At 2 minutes, okay. So we want to start with just the drums. So maybe let the drums rap for a little bit, right? Then maybe bring in that bass, right? Then we'll bring in everything right there on that second round. And then we got a full-on record, right? Well, maybe sort of, not really. Sort of. Then we'll mute. All right, cool. Let's check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. This is where we can add the pads in. All right, cool. Let's do it. Let's do that. Let's do that. Kind of like that. Drum loop from Splice, brother. Maybe do this. All right, let's mute all of this so it kind of creates like a drop. That. Maybe something like that. So we can just kind of like ride from there, you know what I'm saying? DJ in the house. Love to see it. So the listed price for Sonicwave is going to be $49. $49. You get all this. Yeah, I made sure I got a powerhouse of M1 when I got one. So I'm running 64 gigabytes of RAM. I also have 2 terabytes. And yeah, I don't really have any issues out of it. So yeah. All right, should we cook up one more thing since you guys are still here? Let's name this YouTube Beat 3. Danielle, I'm doing good. How are you doing? I am live right now. Yep. One more time before we move on to the next groove. Yep, I got M1. M1. Hey. Hey. We can create a better transition from point A to point B. I recognize that, but we're just hanging out. We're just having fun right now. All right, cool. Since we're talking transitions, do I have my correct hard drive plugged up? I don't think I do. We could go to Splice. I don't feel like searching through Splice. For a transition, let's move on to beat number 3. Let's try to use Sonicwave again. Also, let me know, it's 35 of you on here. I'm assuming most of you are just regulars that kind of pull up to these lives, which I appreciate you. How do you guys feel about lives where we just get on here and go through Splice and just make grooves like this? Is this helpful at all? Are y'all just hanging out? Are y'all on your lunch break? Are you at home? Talk to me. Let me know if this is helpful, because I need to actually work on more YouTube music. I was about to make a post the other day and say, hey, I'm looking for some YouTube beats. Like, I know you guys make music as well. I really need some more YouTube music. If you like watch my YouTube videos, I typically use the same 2 or 3 musical beats for my YouTube videos, and it's just because I haven't really made or finished anything for my background music, you know? So, I mean, if you guys have some music that it's just sitting on your hard drive and you just want to send it my way so I can use it in my videos, let me know. Talk to me. Let's do pop. That's fun right there. Bouncy. Yeah, send me some music, brother. YouTube music, YouTube beats. That would be fun. Y'all got something, send it my way. And if you got something, you don't mind me using it in my videos. This is just for the love of music. All right, let's slow it down just a little bit. We're doing mostly bouncy vibes right now. Hey. I had the Control S61 for a minute when I built Sonicwave. Yeah, it's kind of like part of the package when you work with Native Instruments. So I've had it now for like over a year. Native Instruments sent it over to me. I just don't use it, honestly. But I also can't sell it either, so, you know. That doesn't go together. Wait. Let's go to All right, let's start with the bass first. I hear like a slap bass in here. Also, the style of music we're making right now has nothing to do with gospel. We're just going off of vibes. Whatever comes out, amen. Let's go. Hey, 3, 4. Oh, that's fun right there. Slightly off. Hey. All right, let's see. turn this portamento up. Turn it on. The cowbell is in the key. I didn't plan to do that. It just kind of happened. Let's actually stack this one right here. Two, three, four. Trigger Keys, what up, brother? How you feeling? I know this beat is a little bit obnoxious, but we're having fun. If you're having fun, put a fire emoji in the chat. Let's add in a West Coast clap. 2, 3, 4. Joint kind of got that movement to it, you know what I'm saying? Add like that club clap to there. All right, let's add it. 1, 2, 3. All right, I hear like, what is that thing called? Is it a clav? This is hilarious that I'm on YouTube Live actually doing this right now. I know we're typically working on gospel music, but this is kind of fun as well, you know? All right, let's see what we got in Sonicwave. All right, let's do. It do kind of got a little tie on it, just a little bit, not too much, right? Two, three. All right, this is La Freak Remix. Hey, this is really random. Matter of fact, I got some Philip Lassiter horn somewhere. That might actually work for this. You guys know Phil Lassiter. It's on my other hard drive. All right, well, we'll just go to Splice. Let's see if Splice has some cool little horns on there. If I can find something, that would be really fun. If I can find like a melody that will work. All right, let's go A flat. Let's narrow down our options a lot. Let's go 90, 105. See what pops up. Okay, that can work. You understand what I'm saying? That could work right there. Okay, yeah, that could work right there. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, that could work. All right, that fast we've been able to find what we need, right? Oh, so this is Phil Lassiter. Dang. All right, cool. That's funny. I got a folder of his chops. That is Phil. Brother Phil. He understands the assignment. He gets it. He gets it. Yeah. All right, we added that one. Julian, what up, brother? Hey, bro, I think I commented under one of your videos, or maybe I made this up in my mind, but I would love to get you on a podcast soon. We got to make that happen. I think that would be really, really fun. But I'm good, man. I hope you're doing good as well. Hope you're doing good. Let me see. Let me check out this one right here. Sometimes I have issues like setting up the correct tempo on audio files in Logic. I wish they had an easier way to do it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. They understood the assignment. That is indeed true. All right, bet. I'm gonna write it down and I'm gonna reach out. Are you on Instagram? How can I get in contact with you? Are you on Instagram? Yeah, let me know if you're on Instagram or if you have an email that I can reach out to. Dun, 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 dun. I think once we put these horns in here, it's gonna be crazy. Alright, cool. All right, bet. Drop your email address below, or yeah, how can I get in contact with Brother Julian? Gospel meets MC Hammer. All right, let's see. All right, cool. Yeah, like sometimes Logic isn't this smooth with lining up like audio files. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Logic's best audio tool is Ableton. I think I need to spend more time with Ableton in terms of the audio features and stuff like that. I know it's really, really good with loops, but yeah, I need to spend more time with it, even with like stuff like this. Again, I'm fine with the loop stuff. I think Ableton does a great job with that as well, but I can't really vouch for that either. He says try starting it before the downbeat. Oh, like slightly before. I know we on. I think I get what you're saying. So all right, we'll put this at the top right here. All right, we'll put that right there. All right, let's do it. Let's put that right there. I don't know how that's going to work out. We'll shift it where we need to. Let's put that right there. All right, let's see. Let's see. Don't crucify me. Hopefully it's right. Not quite right. All right, so I think we should put that right there, possibly. Oh, see, look, Logic's doing that stupid thing where it's like essentially it's trying to tell me where it's supposed to be at, but it's not right. Like it's too fast. I think I need to stretch it out right here. All right, maybe that's better. All right, let's try it. All right, cool. I think that's cool. I think that's cool. All right, cool. All right, cool. So basically in this video, we've been kind of really digging into Sonicwave. And Sonicwave drops on Friday. And it's only going to be available for a couple of days. What's going to happen is it's going to sell out. So either the serial numbers are going to sell out before the 5 days, or 5 days are going to come and it's going to completely disappear. So we're kind of testing out, honestly, we're testing out the contact system to see how easy it is for people to download it and get it and all that good stuff. The plan is for it to disappear. Will it come back? I don't know. We'll have to re-up and all that. A lot of things to consider with that, but Sonicwave is available on Friday. If you're on my email list, I plan on doing like an early access release thing for a couple of hours for those of you that really, really want it. You know, we got that EP2 in here. Sampled directly from the MKS20 module. You know, you can never have enough of these in your arsenals. I have a bunch of EP2 libraries. You know, we have the amazing synth stuff in here. And this works with any DAW as well. Works on Windows as well. all that good stuff. But yeah, that's all we got for today. I'm gonna, of course, as always, we're gonna hang on for a little bit. If y'all got any questions, holler at me, talk to me. I got like 10 minutes before I gotta actually head out. What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Talk to me. If you got any questions, any of those things, holler at me. Hope you guys had fun on this live as well. For those of you that are still here. Also, I made a community post a couple of last week. I made a community post and I said, do you guys want me to do more hangouts? Essentially what the hangouts will look like is like this, except I'll probably pull up like some YouTube videos and watch like some church bands. If you guys want to like send me videos and stuff, we'll watch it together and analyze it, because there's a couple of bands that I definitely follow and watch on YouTube. But I definitely want to watch more people doing music at a high level. That's kind of how we get better. And yeah, that's kind of how we get better and we get inspiration and stuff like that. So I would love to do more stuff like that. And then I have some other ideas. I won't go into that right now, but I have some really, really fun ideas of 2026. I just need more time to execute them, because I'm pressing for time right now, just in terms of I have a limited amount of time to get on YouTube, to work on new products, to work on music with artists. Like, yeah, this season is very, very busy, but I'm thankful, you know, a lot of fun things are happening. But yeah, let me know if you had fun on this live as well. It doesn't seem like a lot of you guys have questions. B-Shan Vibe, I saw you said Omnisphere 3 on a budget. What's your question? What is that? Oh yeah, we got to pan the horns to the left and right. Oh yeah. I often forget to do that. Not that I forget to do it. It just doesn't always jump out at me as something to do, but it's very helpful to create space. I'll do it now since, you know, since we still here, we vibing out, you know. All right, one more time. All right, check this. I got you. DJ, check this out. So we panned it. I don't know if you can tell that it's panned, depending on if you got headphones on or not, but we panned it to the left and to the right. I got a couple more things that I got to do today. But yeah, I'm excited to let you guys check out Sonicwave. You said, what's a good alternative to Omnisphere on a budget? Arteria makes a really good library called Analog Lab, I want to say. That's a nice little alternative. Serum is another alternative. That's another one. I don't know if you use Logic or not. Logic is a great alternative to Omnisphere. The truth of the matter is I haven't always had Omnisphere, and yeah, I haven't always had Omnisphere, and I just started using Omnisphere within the past year and a half. Like, I had it in like 2019, but it wasn't an official version. No, matter of fact, it was an official version. One of my homies, he was like, yo, I got Omnisphere. Send me $100. And I'll I think it was $100. May have been 75. He was like, send me $75 and I'll let you download a copy of mine. You know, and again, that was like 6 or 7 years ago. So as I upgraded computers, I no longer had access to that. So down the line, within the past year, I actually got Omnisphere. And I was like, oh, Omnisphere is very similar to the Roland Integra 7 that I have in the studio. I know Eric Piercing from Roland, he created and developed some of those sounds, so I know the relationship is there with Roland and Spectrasonics. But the Integra 7 and Omnisphere, I need to make a video about this. They're very similar in terms of the characteristics, in terms of the body. Like, they're very similar. Oh yeah, so Sonicwave is dropping Danielle, since you asked, I'll definitely let you know. So Sonicwave is dropping on Friday. It's a synthesizer plugin that comes with over 65 presets. It has effects in there as well, like reverb, delay, chorus, overdrive. It also comes with sound design features like ADSR, portamento, key track is in there. A lot of good things to kind of like help you shape the sound that you want. And I just think it's another helpful resource to add to the library of plugins that you already own and have. The truth of the matter is, I'll say more than 50% of us, we have enough plugins, we have enough sounds, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to buy more. I have a bunch of gear, but I still buy gear just because I think us as musicians, we're like always chasing that new thing. We're always chasing that new sound. It's like, I don't want to say we never say it's enough, but we always will convince ourselves to buy a new sound, even if we already have it, you know? For a long time, I was only using Logic Pro sounds and I made it work. I've done a lot of records just using like my own personal Logic Pro sound packs and like that worship sound stuff. So I would say you don't necessarily need a whole bunch of plugins to make great music. You just need great ideas. Now, can plugins help enhance your ideas and help you sound better? Yes, but you don't always have to buy new plugins. And I'm saying that, and I'm about to actually drop a new plugin on Friday. So like, I'm just keeping it real and being honest. Like, that's not going to stop you guys from getting it, because I know some of you, you just want Sonicwave. You want to test it out and see what it's about. I haven't heard of Vital plugin. I'll definitely have to look that up. But Serum is great, but Serum, you're either going to have some good sound design skills, or you're going to have to really dig through the presets to find what you're looking for. Yeah, bro. Like, I get it. I get it. I would say my wife gets on me as well, but she's kind of got to the point where she's like, all right, you're a content creator. This is part of the business. This is part of what you're trying to build up. So like she recognizes what I'm doing. It's not one of them things where it's like, you've just spent our last bit of money on the keyboard. Like, no, that's not what's happening. Like, any keyboard I have, typically I'm selling another keyboard to get a new keyboard. And it makes sense. Put it that way. Like, it makes sense. Yeah, so just go to mkbaileymusic.com and it will be on the main page. But yeah, like, new gear is fun. We're always going to want new gear, but at a certain point we have to look at what we have and evaluate, all right, do I need more gear or do I just want it? Is this a good time to buy more gear? Is this smart with the season that I'm in? Like, it's just a lot of things to consider. And if it makes sense, do it. If it doesn't, then wait. There's a bunch of things I'm waiting for. you know Oh, gotcha. Okay. I'll have to look that up. Vital plugin. I haven't heard of that before. Yeah, no, for sure. Like, that's how I get a lot of gear, honestly. A lot of times I've kind of built up my library of gear a lot, to the point where it's like, for me, if I'm not using a keyboard, or if I'm not using a sound module, or if I don't have a plan for it, I'm going to sell it. Like, I don't believe in just letting gear sit around. Now, I do have this rolling module in my closet that I'm not using, that I got at a yard sale. No, it wasn't a yard sale. I got it off Facebook Marketplace for like $50. It didn't have it didn't have like a adapter or anything. I had to order an adapter online. I kind of forgot that I had this rolling rack module in my closet because it's so small. I could sell it, but I will only get like $100 for it. But I have a plan for it that I'm going to share with you guys soon. For a MIDI controller, I mean, I'm fine with a 49 key MIDI controller, honestly. Like, because I have an 88 key keyboard right here. I got 61 right here and 37 up here. Like, as long as I got 188 keyboard, I'm good. So the MIDI controller for me, it doesn't matter. 49 keys, 61 keys. Like, I started out on a 49 key keyboard, so that's kind of like home for me. 61 key is just, it's fancy, it's lavish. It's not necessary, you know? Also, what I'm preaching right now is essentially you can make anything work. Like, for me, I don't believe in making music complicated. Like, you see, we just got on here and we just made a track in like 10, 15 minutes, and the track isn't perfect, but we can make it perfect later. I would say done is better than perfect. Like, and we having fun, you know? It's not the JV. Wait, let me see. Is it the JV 1010? I don't want to tell you wrong. Oh yeah, how you know? Did I post about it online? Did I post that I had a JV 1010 online? Guitar Center is selling one for $500. That's crazy. I literally picked this one up for like $75. And Guitar Center is selling it for $4.99. That is crazy. That is bonkers. Selling a JV 1010? That's crazy. Yeah, that's wild. That's so wild. Yeah, so Danielle, I kind of put the pause on the piano community just because, of course, I had a little one and I had to figure out how I could make all of this stuff work. So that's kind of been my biggest challenge, just finding time to do YouTube lives and build up this community. But 2026, we're building up the community of keyboard players, and it's going to be really, really, really fun. South Africa, Pastor Justin Fortune. What's going on? Thank you for checking out that video. It means a lot. We got South Africa in the house. We love to see it. Now, legendary mic, that makes sense. I agree. VSTs in some ways is faster. Outboard gear just depends on what you're using. Like, I got this Roland Integra over here, beast of a module, but sometimes digging through it, and I like the hands-on approach, but sometimes it's not as convenient digging through it. Tony, so I have a JV 1010 in my closet. And I had just looked it up to see how much it cost, and I got mine for like $75, but Guitar Center is currently selling it for $500, which is crazy. That's wild. Yep, 2026 is in a couple of months, so I'm gonna kind of use that time to kind of pitch it as like, hey, you want to become a better keyboard player in 2026? Let's start the year off right. And yeah, it's gonna be a weekly community. I'm gonna post my course on there. I still haven't even finished my piano course. I need to edit the videos. Like, yeah, it's a bunch we got going on and stuff like that. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but what's going on, brother? But I got to get ready to go. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. We definitely had fun. I'm going to try to come up with the live stream schedule so you guys can predict when I'm coming on. But appreciate you guys for coming on. Yeah, $4.99, that's wild. That is crazy. They robbing the people. But yeah, appreciate you guys coming on. That's all we got. We are out.